All right, Shalom, y'all. A quick video. Get maybe one or two scriptures. It won't be long at all. I'm gonna call it "Did Miriam turn white as snow?" And as you see right here, it's a picture of snow, and everybody knows what snow looks like. It's white, white. It's like and it says she turned white as snow. Now, let me just give some examples of how that could be termed. Now, when you look in the scriptures, the actual Bible, let me get it. You read it, as you see that word white is in italics, something called italics, which means that is something strikingly different or putting emphasis on it to where it means uh, a different meaning. So it's not talking about white like snow, it's talking about white as a term that could be used, for an example, living among dark skinned people. Now, another term, let's say, I'm going to point out a rap group, a popular rap group that used to be in the 80s called Salt and Pepper. Now, when I show you this picture, you know, nobody's, you take some salt and it's like white, like snow. Pepper is black or grayish black or whatever. And our people are neither black like that or white like this, but it's a term used. Now, if when I show you the picture, ain't no way you could not guess who is salt and who is pepper. Obviously, without um, you know, telling you or somebody who the one is of the other, you know, you would naturally, point to salt as, uh, the woman on the right, which is salt, and the woman on the left, which is pepper. That's, you know, and that's who they are as, as rappers, of course. But is salt of the salt and pepper group, is she the color of salt? No. And is she um, leprous? No. But it is a term used, you know. So, you know, um, even with saying that, when we when they label us black, and they put a stigma on us, well, in the degree of things, we can be called, or use the term white for us too, just like it was with Mary. That don't mean she had to be turned white as snow, because they'll say, well, who y'all say no one's white on earth, or how could she have turned white? Y'all are the ones that say color. Those terms don't exist. Well, it's a term. It's that doesn't exist. Well, it's a term, man. It was written in italics. It was putting an emphasis on a different kind of, you know, and we have sayings like that. Like I always say, we have sayings like, yeah, you don't want to make she gonna roll in the grave if she found out you said that. Are they really rolling in their grave? No, man. You know, um, in every situation where did did one of the prophets cut? I mean, cut their uh, garments in 12 pieces. No, it's a saying, and it's an emphasis on the term because we relate to certain things, even with this, of us in our culture, to how we resonate with the meaning of things through similitudes and similarities in terms of things and how we term it, you know. Hopefully that made sense. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, and it says a striking difference, you know. So yeah, it's a hell of a striking difference between these other children. And they said, "Behold, Miriam became like whoa," and I can hear in my head like, you know, just picturing them saying, "Man, you see Mary? I mean, I keep saying Mary, but you see Miriam? She turned white as snow, man." And they know what that term means. It means like this child, which is a form of leprosy, and they call it albino or whatever. But same thing right here. Like I said, she's not the color, you know, she's not, but that's a term used because even when it relates to when it goes when you read about Moses, it's basically the same thing, but it says leprous as snow instead of white as snow. So the so-called white man can't get slick and say, well, you know, nobody's white on earth. It must have been symbolic. Well, you can call it that, but it's still, you know, some terms we use that really don't have nothing to do so much with what they may think when it means something totally different. So nobody said nothing to Salt like, why are you naming yourself Salt? Salt is white. No, they know she's a Negro woman, you know, just lighter than Pepper. And like I said, anybody would guess. They wouldn't say the left or the woman on the left is the Salt, you know. And it's a group name anyway, but I'm just letting you know. I mean, you know, it ain't got nothing to do with the hair color because you see her hair is black right here, and she, you know, they both dyed their hair blonde, and they don't, so it got nothing to do with like, what it must be her hair color or white, close to, you know, bright or something to which is closer to maybe white. Nah, that's why you got to understand that the Edomites that you see that's walking the earth, they're not white, man. They're red, but they put that blindfold on you as the covering cast to fool you into believing, and then let you take the black. Now Jake is all blacked out, and now he's attached to that with everything he do, even when it comes to power, black power, Black Lives Matter, you know, and it really ain't got nothing to do with the whole situation of us being in hell, in poverty, you know. Now, if you want to say black is death and black is negative, well, we are in a negative situation, and our people, you know, are dying. So that's definitely not the right term to use when it comes to wanting to empower our people. Anyway, um, uh, I'll get that one scripture similar to uh, King James version.
The first two are New King James.
Similar to King James version. Come on, man. Devils, man. Mm, it's always hard to find this scripture. I gotta put a apocryphal next to it. Yeah, the devil's a whole liar, man. see. Oh, Hosea 12 and 10. I keep thinking it's in I'm pretty sure it's one in the Apocrypha, or more than one. Hosea 12 and 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multitude visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. Let me check right quick, see if there's anything in the Apocrypha. Second Esdras 4 and 3. Then said I, Yea, my Lord, and he answered me and said, I am sent to show thee three ways and to set forth three similitudes before thee. So yeah, we dealt with similitudes, and similar. That comes similar is the same kind of word, But anyway, I just wanted to show you that it was more an observation, but hopefully it was edifying. Shalom.